It's Week 15 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Barons and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Brooklyn Barons and the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They'll run on first down. Wilkinson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On second down now. Wilkinson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bishop. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the field? He got him bumped down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Off play action, Bishop. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, and may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, and may go more on tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Throw left side, complete. That's Wagner. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Bishop. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, check my.
On first down, Wilkinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake, Bishop. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Off play action, Bishop. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wagner. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
From the gun, Bishop. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bishop. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Wilkinson, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Wilkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I like liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. That's the end.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard.
Check. 53.
They'll try the left side. Wilkinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Looking to throw. Bishop. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go, let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Recovered by the offense.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Well, Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Bishop. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cox.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bishop steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Bishop finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
35 yards that time on the punt. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, 2nd quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Looking to throw, Bishop. His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side. Wilkinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Bishop. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Bishop. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers. And, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
We'll see if he can do just that. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
To number 17. A gain of 13.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing on 1st down, Bishop. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Bishop. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Wilkinson. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Bishop. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Escaping the pressure. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
The quarterback,
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. The Chiefs seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. The Texans were worried about the thought of a winless season. Worry no more. They're into the win column as they break that 13-game losing streak. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders will not finish above 500 this year, but 8-9 is still within reach as they pick up victory number 5. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's go.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Barons have moved out in front. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Wilkinson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
To throw on 3rd down, Bishop. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. Wilkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this only 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
How How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Bishop. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
To throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So they got the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
To number 13.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Barons are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Bishop. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Bishop. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun. Bishop. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, it's Quinn, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pick.
To throw on second down, Bishop. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give, right side. Wilkinson, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Bishop. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the left side. Wilkinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Bishop. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Come on now, let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And As this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll run on 1st down. Wilkinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Bishop. Throw left side complete. That's Lucas. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these